So this is on 14th December. And this is the 10-year bond yield chart. The market has been consolidating on the lower time frame. And we are seeing signs of bullish momentum building up, which is good for the market. So when you look at the weekly time frame, it's the previous resistance. It's been tested. Last week we had a hammer-like candle closing, and this week I think the investors are waiting for the Fed to give us the direction when they announce the rates later today. But the long-term yields, the 10-year bond yields and the 30-year bond yields, they are showing signs of bullish momentum. And of course, that is good because we want to see these long-term bond yields having a higher yields than the short-term bond yields, because for obvious reasons, when you invest for the long term, you should be rewarded than the short-term investor. Same case for the 30-year bond yield. So last week candle was a hammer-like candle. So it's very likely that the market is waiting for the Fed before they can before the market can react. But it's very unlikely that we will continue to see more downside on the long-term yields. For the short-term yields, the 3-month, they are showing signs of weakness. You can see. This is the weekly chart. Same case to the 2-year. So the 2-year bond yield is falling. It topped at around 4.8. Now it's 4.1, which is good. So when these short-term yields fall and the long-term yields rise, that will be now good for the market. When you look at the DXY, it's testing a previous resistance. And this is resistance from almost 7 years ago, 2015. And this move up here, this one does not look like a fake out to me. This one is a breakout, and what we're seeing now is a retest of the broken resistance. So when the Fed comes out today and increase the rates, now we might start to see the market now resuming the uptrend, which is technically it's very possible. So only time will tell, but the dollar should start resuming the strength. So for Bitcoin, the current fundamentals surrounding the crypto, of course, Binance is almost collapsing. This is after the fall of FTX, and we are saying they say that yesterday withdrawals they were more than $3 billion, and people are saying that this is too big to fail. But the market, of course, it might There is nothing like too big to fail. If you read about Lehman Brothers, it was a bank more than 150 years old, and the previous year before the collapse, they had made a profit of 600 billion, I think. That is in 2008. And when the institutions and people started bailing out, within 2 weeks, it was normal. So there is nothing like too big to fail. If the institutions and the people are bailing out, who is left to support the company? So the technically looking at the chart, these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks of consolidation. The market has gone nowhere for 5 weeks, which means that this bullish momentum is drying up. It's drying up. And this previous support, when the dollar starts rising, it's very likely that we will see Bitcoin fall, most likely to very low levels that you cannot even imagine. It will leave. It will have to before crypto can bottom. I think we will be at a point where everyone will be so scared to even buy crypto. So this one is not a bullish market. I was expecting a breakout here, but it did not come. So we had one more leg up, still even a better price to sell for this one more leg down. So this is the best. I think if you get a nice entry after the Fed announces the rates, this is a nice trade to end the year. When I look at the yen pairs, it's crazy because for the New Zealand Japanese yen, we've been consolidating since March. This is the weekly chart. So here we have a resistance. Down here we have a support. If this pair is going to break out and climb, then that will be a cue for the rest of the yen pairs to start the uptrend. But if this pair will have one more leg down here, then we can expect more sell-off on the yen pairs. So basically, the New Zealand dollar Japanese yen is leading the yen pairs. So, but most likely I'm expecting that it will break out, because if you look at a pair like this Canadian dollar Japanese yen, it's at the bottom. And since the New Zealand dollar Japanese yen is leading these pairs, if it breaks out of the resistance, then we should not expect to see a breakout to the downside here. We should expect to see the market start climbing slowly before the bullish momentum is there. Okay, and even breakout. Yes. So again, when you look at oil seems to have bottomed. Yeah, on the weekly chart. So this again will. This was a previous resistance here, which the market was testing, and it's already there is a rejection. So if we will see this one more leg up, that will be now another reason to buy the Canadian dollar, Japanese yen.